All right, so today we're going to chat with Dave and Mary, who chose Trilogy. We're going to ask them why they chose Trilogy.
Well, the amenities for sure.
So this is Kevin, Mary, and Dave. So Mary, Kevin, and Dave, and they chose to live in Trilogy, and they've got an interesting story, kind of deciding that and working their way over here. So excited to chat with you guys on why you ended up choosing Trilogy and how your experience was with working with our team.
So the last 2 years I've been trying to retire early. That's been my goal. And we thought of where are we going to go? Where are we going to retire from California? And Florida just seemed like the perfect place to be. And Dave was just game into going wherever. So we just sold everything. We sold the condo and we did a 2-week journey across the country just a couple months ago. And we were homeless, living out of our car, going to Airbnbs, but looking for places. So we looked in Orlando, Claremont, and Tampa. I had done a lot of homework, going on videos, vlogs, blogs, books, and I happened to come across your 55 plus, and I just fell in love with Claremont. So I knew that was definitely going to be a place for us to look at because of the rolling hills. It reminded me of Wisconsin back home and the green grass, and I love the community but the clubhouse and the Trilogy, that was, I was home. I knew I was home when I came here.
Well, that's cool. So you work from home and you've made it to Central Florida. How did you hook up with Explorer in the first place? Did you just sort of call us on the phone? And please forgive me if I'm the one that spoke to you or J. Michael did, because there's a lot of that going on. We always forget.
Yeah, no. Good question. Actually, during the pandemic, I ate and laid in bed a lot, and I was watching videos about going to Florida. And I found your video, and it was just because of all of what you presented and all the different places, and I just really liked the vibe, and I thought I need to hook up with these people when I get there, and that's when I hooked up with you.
So yeah, you guys mentioned that you went down to Sarasota and in Tampa. So kind of two questions here. I'm curious what your thoughts were on both of those areas. And then in Claremont or in the sort of the Orlando area, what communities did you guys take a look at? And then what were your thoughts? Like what ended up being those deciding factors for Trilogy opposed to maybe some other communities that you did check out?
So as we started to look around, we're looking at basically two different categories of what do we want. One would be a single family home, just in a nice neighborhood, and the other would be a kind of a resort, 55 older plus type community. And there are several. Back in 2019, we looked at the city of Sarasota, and we went even farther south, but we were kind of in Bradenton this time, taking a look around. Interesting neighborhood. The houses were pretty, but it was like it wasn't a great neighborhood out on the main drag. So it was kind of a mix of that, and I maybe that was just the area of Tampa that we were in. What's great about Orlando, of course, is you've got Disney. If you're into Disney, Disney's there. Also, we were looking in the Dr. Phillips area. There's tons of restaurants there. And like I mentioned before about if we purchased a single-family home in a neighborhood, then we would be in a beautiful neighborhood, but it would all be up to us. Lawn care, pool care, everything. And we also visited the villages, and not to diss the villages, it just wasn't for us. I like Trilogy because it's smaller. The clubhouse is awesome, and everybody's so nice. Everybody's so nice. And even when they tell their stories, that's the one thing they say. Everybody here is just really nice.
Yeah, so when I had the Claremont turn after Orlando and Sarasota, I met up with Trish. She was our agent. Wonderful. And she took me around everywhere. It wasn't just Trilogy, it was all the areas around Orlando because we wanted to be close to Orlando. We are city people. We live downtown San Diego. We could walk everywhere. We didn't want to be too far away from it, and half hours, no big deal for us, but yet have a small town feel and a great, great community to live in, and that's what we found here. But she did take me all to Kings Ridge and other places too. They were very nice, but this just seemed to hit home. And when I saw Lake Mineola, I'm like, this is it. Yeah.
And something else around here is Claremont's cute. It's really nice. Super close. Winter Garden is just up the road.
Oh, yeah.
And that is amazing.
I know you mentioned you went to Kings Ridge. What were the other communities that you ended up looking at?
Summit Greens was another one. They were closer. Trish knew kind of where we wanted to be. She was going to bring me up to Leesburg, but that was going to be too far. Something that you said a long time ago is you need to find your lifestyle. You can make any house a home. With getting this house, it wasn't easy, like Dave had mentioned before. There's a lot of overbidding and wars going on, and Trish knew what was coming on the market like well before it was. So she hooked us up. So it's really important if you're going to go to even dive into a 55 plus community to have someone that really knows that community and is comfortable with it. And definitely you guys did it for us.
We do have to say that that was one of the things that we think we bring to the table is we not only know our inventory and our communities, but we know all the other agents around too, because we've been doing this for 10 years. So it's a better opportunity, but it's all about the stomping grounds. Your community for sure, but your stomping grounds is very important.
Actually, I just wanted to repeat what you just said. You thought that we were too young.
Well, I guess I imagined something so different, and then we wouldn't fit in because we're on the younger end. I mean, I'm a nurse. I was kind of used to like the elderly 70s, 80s, or in wheelchairs. But these people are active. They are vibrant. They love life. I'm learning so much about living healthy and better in my older age, and we fit in. I mean, it doesn't matter how old, how young you are. I mean, people are just so nice here and welcoming.
Initially you were kind of concerned that you wouldn't necessarily fit in. Like, what was the turning point in that thought in the first place, I guess?
I think when Trish asked us to come here when they were having dinner one night in the happy hour, and she just said, just check it out, go talk to people. And she just kind of left us alone, and we met a bunch of people, and that's when we knew that this is not what we expected at all.
Taco Tuesday. That's
Taco
what.
Tuesday. Yeah, I know. Woohoo!
And it was great because everybody was having tacos, and it was kind of a theme of, oh, this is great. We're having a great time, and you get to chance to meet other residents, and everybody was great. Everybody was great, and that's why we just came to the point where we're like, well, this is really great. We get to live here. When you have your own house, and I think I mentioned this already, you are taking care of everything. And, we still have our house, but the lawn is taken care of. They come by and they mow the lawn on a regular basis. Internet, cable, phone, it's all taken care of.
Security, yeah.
And the activities that are going on at the Magnolia House, there's always something great happening, and it really is just like a resort, except we live here. Thanks, Trish. We really appreciate all the help, all the information. You always had our back through the whole process, and we never felt alone. So thank you so much.
So you guys know the drill. If you want some help to check out the areas anywhere in Florida now, by the way, we've got a team of phenomenal agents that know what you're looking for, and just call us or email us or text us or send smoke signals.
We'll put the information on the screen. Bye, guys.